One of the minors in the Tacloban City school tragedy allegedly broke into the house of his aunt to get the gun that he used in the shooting spree. Commuters along EDSA endure heavy traffic for a second day as Iglesia ni Cristo members rally to support embattled Senator Rodante Marcoleta. The government turns former DPWH Secretary Manuel Bonoan into a state witness to pin down former House Speaker Martin Romualdez. A panel led by the Philippine Sports Commission pushes to professionalize coaching in the country. And Filipina tennis star Alex Eala marches on to the next stage of the Wimbledon Championships after a win over Mexico's Renata Zarazua. One of the two minors tagged in the fatal school shooting in Tacloban City allegedly broke into the house of his aunt to get the gun that he used in the incident. The aunt of the boy with the alias Nash, Police Staff Sergeant Arla Ray Paciencia, explains this in the Senate probe into the shooting incident. The incident killed 3 students and injured 20 others. Paciencia has been relieved from duty pending the investigation and will face summary dismissal proceedings.
Nash unlawfully entered my own house. It's not a room po, it's my own house. He forcibly damaged my locker. It was locked. And my house was locked as well po.
Paciencia says she kept her 9mm Glock pistol in a gun box inside the plastic locker and claims she was the only one who had the house key. But the standard for keeping a firearm is in a safety vault, not a plastic locker.
I have only one locker in my room. Siguro naghanap siya kung saan ko pwede mataguan. Yun lang po ang area na may lock po.
Nash and another minor, 15-year-old Elias Rod, were arrested after the shooting and are in the custody of the Regional Rehabilitation Center for the Youth in Tanawan, Leyte. While exempted from criminal liability as a 14-year-old minor, Nash will undergo an intervention program.
Yung parents po ng CICL, pwede po silang liable for neglect. At pwede rin po silang liable under the firearms law for allowing or permitting the transfer of the firearm from someone who was licensed, and then suddenly it came into the possession of someone who should not have been holding the firearm.
Commuters along EDSA endure heavy traffic for a second day as Iglesia ni Cristo members rally again to support embattled Senator Rodante Marcoleta. Marcoleta faces a plunder complaint and may be arrested. The unannounced rally, which initially did not have a permit from the local government, caused people to be stuck in traffic longer than usual. Many are calling out INC organizers for failing to consider that the rally would greatly inconvenience the average worker.
Pagkalala.
Okay lang, basta maayos yung pamahalaan natin.
Kahit paano moving.
Ayos lang sir, dapat umuwi na yung mga provision sa daan.
The INC members say they believe Marcoleta did not violate the law by receiving campaign funds that were not declared to the Commission on Elections. Quezon City Public Order and Safety Department head Elmo San Diego says organizers of the rally initially sought a 3-day permit. But San Diego says the city government can only grant permits 1 day at a time. The government turns former DPWH Secretary Manuel Bonoan into a state witness in the flood control probe to pin down former House Speaker Martin Romualdez. The Office of the Ombudsman says it was banking on the insider information that it could get from Bonoan. The Ombudsman filed the cases against Bonoan with the Anti-Graft Court Sandigan Bayan only last May 28. But Assistant Ombudsman Miko Clavano says Bonoan could shed light on how lawmakers inserted allocations in the national budget. He adds it was Bonoan who approached investigators and offered to tell what he knows about the multi-billion peso corruption scheme. Clavano also acknowledges it was a hard decision to agree to drop Bonoan as defendant, but he says their office considered how valuable he could be as a resource person in the ongoing investigations of bigger suspects. The sports stakeholders panel led by the Philippine Sports Commission pushes to professionalize coaching in the country. This after the deaths of Ateneo student athletes Rene Baterbonia and Divine Adili during the Blue Eagles team building in Dipakulaw, Aurora on June 8. The panel puts the spotlight on House Bill No. 2631 or the Sports Coaching Act, which seeks to establish a national and multi-sport accreditation system for coaching in the Philippines. In a statement Wednesday, July 1, it says the bill mandates higher standards, continuous education, mandatory certifications including basic life support training, clearer operational guidelines, and robust safeguarding measures across all sports environments. The panel also supports the recommendation of the PNP CIDG to file charges against resigned Ateneo head coach Tab Baldwin and 10 others for violation of the Anti-Hazing Act. Filipina tennis star Alex Eala marches on to the next stage of the Wimbledon Championships after a dominant 6-1, 6-2 win over Mexico's Renata Zarazua in the round of 128. The victory came 2 years after Eala fell prey to Zarazua in 3 sets in the quarterfinals of the 2024 Cari Tennis Classic in the United States. She improves on her Wimbledon campaign last year, which saw Eala crash out of the first round. Eala also raises her record on grass this year to 10-3 as she advanced past the opening round of a Grand Slam for the second time in her career. Another familiar foe awaits Eala in the round of 64 as she battles Australia's Amaya Joint. And that's today's wrap. I'm JC Gotinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. For more updates, download the wRap.